We're going to explain how to use the looping symbol in a flowchart. Flowcharts use symbols to represent different parts of a program or process. The looping symbol, often a diamond or a circle with an arrow looping back into itself, indicates a section of code that repeats until a certain condition is met. Chapter 1. Understanding the looping concept. Before diving into the flowchart symbol, it's crucial to grasp the idea of looping in programming. Loops allow you to execute a block of code multiple times without rewriting it. Imagine you need to print numbers from 1 to 10. Instead of writing 10 separate print statements, you'd use a loop that iterates 10 times. The looping symbol. The most common looping symbol is a diamond shape. This diamond represents a decision point, the condition that controls the loop's continuation. Inside the diamond, you write the condition to be checked. 3. How to use the diamond decision symbol in a loop. The diamond symbol is central to the looping process. Contains a conditional statement like, is I less than 10? This statement is evaluated at the beginning of each iteration. If the condition is true, the loop continues. If the condition is false, the loop terminates. Flowchart representation. Arrows connect the elements of the flowchart. After the diamond, one arrow points to the block of code to be repeated, often represented by a rectangle. After executing that block, another arrow leads back to the diamond symbol for the condition to be checked again. This back arrow from the action block to the decision block makes the loop. 5. Types of loops. There are various types of loops, each represented similarly in a flowchart, but with slightly different logic. The while loop continues as long as a condition remains true. A for loop iterates a specific number of times. A do-while loop executes at least once and then repeats while the condition is true. These different types can be represented in a flowchart by adding more elements to explain how many times the loop runs, or what the starting and ending conditions are, but the essential diamond decision remains crucial. 6. Example. Let's imagine a flowchart for adding numbers from 1 to 10. It would begin with an initialization step, a rectangle, setting a variable I to 1. Then comes the diamond. Is I equal 10? If yes, the flow goes to a rectangle showing sum equals sum plus I. Afterwards, there's another rectangle, I equals I plus 1, incrementing I. From this rectangle, an arrow points back to the diamond to check the condition again. Once I becomes greater than 10, the condition is false and the loop terminates, leading to an end symbol, usually a rounded rectangle. 7. Other loop symbols. While the diamond is most common, some flowcharts might use a different shape with an arrow curving back to represent a loop, but the underlying logic remains the same. The key is the iterative, repeated execution of code controlled by a